Hey everyone, have you ever passed out on a flight, a long flight? And I just wanted to share my experience because I've passed out 3 times on long flights, and that's been it. It was starting 3 or 4 years ago um, when my first episode happened. I was taking an overnight flight to London, and I woke up after I dozed off with this loud ringing in my ear, like sweating, don't know what's going on. The lights are dim, so I get up and start walking towards the bathroom, and next thing I know, I'm like face down on the floor in front of the lavatory. I get up, I turn around, try to make it back to my seat where my wife is, and I fall down again. She finds me laying down in the aisle, um, you know, next to the seat, um, and then a couple weeks later, or maybe 3 weeks after that, I was taking a red eye back from the West Coast for a work trip, and again, I doze off, and then I wake up and I hear the loud ringing in my ear and sweating again. I'm like, oh no, this time I need to make it to I don't know why, the laboratory. So I start heading back towards the back of the plane. I pass out. I think I landed on top of the flight attendant when she was sitting in her jumper seat. And so that was the second time. And so my wife, after that, made me go to the doctor. And so I went to the doctor. He didn't have a lot of helpful things to say or share, other than make sure you stay hydrated and don't drink alcohol. It's like, all right. So I did that. So a couple weeks after that, had another red eye back from the West Coast. And this time I drank water all day, no alcohol, and same thing, dozed off, woke up with the loud ringing in my ear. I'm sweating, and I'm like, oh no. So this time I'm not gonna get up. I'm just gonna see what happens if I just sit here. And so basically, I'm kind of in a daze, and then I pass out and pass out onto the person next to me. And so I wake up, and she's trying to get me to wake up. So I wanted to share this, and you're probably wondering why I have this in my hand. My wife Googled, what causes, people passing out on airplanes, and it's actually more common than I realize. Like, I've talked to several people who said they also had the same thing, but unfortunately for them, had a much more had a bigger injury when they passed out on the plane because they hit the armrests on the way down. One person had a huge bruise on their face. One person cracked their rib. So again, it's very dangerous. And the reason why you faint is so that blood can flow to your head. So when you're down, blood flows, right? And you're starting to get blood to your head, and that's just the natural defense mechanism. And so my wife Googled this, and she just read that, some people wear compression socks on long flights. And I don't know if it's the only reason, but ever since I've been wearing compression socks on long flights, whether it's red eye or not, I have yet to pass out. And for a long time, I was getting, anytime I would take red eyes after the third one, I would start to have panic attacks, and just not a great feeling. And but once I've started wearing the compression socks, I've yet to pass out, and I've even had flights afterwards where I haven't been passing out for many long flights, and so then I would maybe drink some alcohol before the flight, but I was wearing compression socks, and again, yet to pass out. And so I don't know if this is, that's the only reason why, but I wanted to share because I do not go anywhere on long flights, especially overnight or red-eye flights, without compression socks. So just go on Amazon and get yourself a pair of compression socks, because it's something that helped me, and I haven't found a lot online that really recommends this. But for me, it just makes sense. Again, you're letting your blood not sit, at your feet over a given amount of time. And so hopefully this helps for those people who have passed out on flights. This has been the piece of investment I've made that's been the best, like $15 ever for me in terms of my safety and travel. So hopefully that helps.